please.
John Dooley,
Here.
Don Whipple,
Here.
Horace Reese,
Here.
Jim Pruitt, Bill Ensis.
Here. Judy, would you, approval of the agenda? Anybody seeing changes that need to be made? Or corrections, okay. All those in favor of approving?
Aye.
Approved. Judy, would you read the minutes from the last meeting, please?
City of Greensburg, Indiana, Board of Aviation Commissioners, Monday, June the 24th, 2019, 7 p.m. at City Hall. Call to order. President Bill Ernst has called the meeting to order at 7 p.m. Roll call. Board members present were Bill Ernst, John Dooley, Don Whipple, Horace Reese, and Jim Pruitt. Airport Manager Jerry Scheidler and Paul Shaffer of BF&S were also present. Judy Kirk performed the duties of secretary. Agenda approval. The meeting agenda was reviewed. Don Whipple made a motion and Jim Pruitt seconded the motion to approve the agenda as submitted. The motion passed unanimously by voice vote 5-0. Minutes. Judy Kirk read the May 28, 2019 minutes. Don Whipple made a motion and Jim Pruitt seconded the motion to approve the minutes as read. The motion passed unanimously by voice vote 5-0. Financial report. John Dooley read the financial report. John also noted that there have been no activity in the Jackson County bank account. Old business. Appraisals. Bill Ernst spoke with Don Truitt. Don will present the results of the appraisals at the next meeting. Budget 2020. Bill Ernst noted that he had created a sample budget shown on the third sheet of the financial report. The board has the option of paying ahead on the principal and interest. However, the interest has to be paid at least twice per year. New business. Paul Shaffer, BF&S. Paul stated that there have been no comments received on the disadvantaged business enterprise goal new rate of 5.5%. Therefore, since the rate was approved by the board at the May 28th meeting, they will forward the new rate to the FAA. 2, there will be an AIA quarterly meeting on July the 18th at the Crawfordsville Airport. 3, other meetings. A seminar on July the 23rd at the Madison Airport and an AIA conference on October 15th through 17th at the Michigan City Airport. A CIP meeting will be held at the conference on October the 16th. On Airport Manager's report, Jerry Scheidler reported that AAA Striping finished the restriping of the runway on June 17th. He also noted that there is one hangar available, D2. Approval of bills. Bill Ernst has presented the bills for payment. Docket 1 for $3,239.04. Jackson County Bank for checks $262.33. Jackson County Bank for interest, $2,801.40. Premier Ag for $89.11, and Greensburg Tool for $86.20. Don Whipple made a motion, and John Dooley seconded the motion to approve the payment of docket 1 for $3,239.04. The motion passed unanimously by roll call vote 5-0. Docket 2 for $12,000 for attorney bond expense. Don Whipple made a motion, and John Dooley seconded the motion to approve the payment of docket number 2 for $12,000. The motion passed unanimously by roll call vote 5-0. Docket 3 for $8,816.23. Insurance, utilities, and Jet A fuel tax. John Dooley noted that the insurance bill was approved last month. Jim Pruitt made a motion, and Horace Reese seconded the motion to approve the payment of docket number 3 for $8,816.23. The motion passed unanimously by roll call vote 5-0. Docket number 4 for $3,923.64, less $2,801.40. Duplicate already approved in number 1 above, for a total to pay $1,122.24 for payroll expenses. Jim Pruitt made a motion, and John Dooley seconded the motion to approve the payment of $1,122.24 on docket number 4. The motion passed by roll call vote 4-1. The votes were as follows: Bill Ernst, yes; John Dooley, yes; Don Whipple, yes; Jim Pruitt, yes; and Horace Reese, no. Comments from the board and or public. There were no comments from the board or public. Meeting adjournment and next meeting date. There being no further business before the board, Horace Reese made a motion, and Jim Pruitt seconded the motion to adjourn the meeting. The motion passed unanimously by voice vote 5-0. And President Billers has adjourned the meeting at 7:33 p.m. The next meeting will be held on Monday, July 22nd, 2019, at City Hall at 7 p.m.
Any additions or corrections?
Move we approve them as read.
Have a second?
Yes.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. John, financial report, please.
Okay, financial report for the Greensburg Municipal Airport are 3 counts. Airport improvement account balance is now $62,923.61. Aviation rotary fuel account, $55,532.45. Airport operations account balance is $115,262.47. Total of all 3 accounts combined, $233,718.53. You'll see on the following page we have totals of our aviation sales to date. We've sold 4,668 gallons of aviation fuel. I think we had a pretty large doesn't show up on this one. Didn't we have a pretty large transaction this month? There's some Jet A.
Yesterday.
It was yesterday
8,000.
of 8,000.
8,000 came in.
Okay.
That we purchased.
That we purchased.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 And then the only difference in the Jackson County Bank loan is that $12,000 we approved to pay Don Tribbett was then paid out of that account. That's the only action that's been in the Jackson County drawdown account that we have right there.
All right. Old business. Paul, would you want to update us on Mr. Tribbett and the appraisals?
Sure.
What will we know?
Don did send a message with the appraisals kind of explaining that he expected to have the appraisal and the review appraisals back by this meeting, but it's taking a little longer than anticipated. The appraisers are being very thorough with their inspection on the properties to be acquired, as well as the comparables for use in the establishing the value. There was a situation on one of the properties that the landowner had not maintained current address at the current auditor, which caused a little issue between the landowner and appraiser. It took a little while on the reschedule to get the appraisal visited the property, but then the notice was sent to the old address because that was the only address that was on file. The appraiser rescheduled another visit, and then the landowner said he wouldn't attend. So there's just been some back and forth a little bit between the appraisers and that one particular landowner to get that in. But now all of the appraisals have been done, and now they're at the review appraisal. So they are just basically dotting their I's and crossing their T's with the review right now. And he says he does expect several of the appraisals to be done by the August board meeting. So that's what he plans to be here in person in August to present those appraisals in the review appraisal. So that's Mr. Tribbett's report.
Thank you. John, budget.
Okay, we've got the budget that we have to submit. I've got some paperwork I've prepared for you here. Two things. One's got some color-coded columns, and the other one, the all-white one that I gave you, is just what we presented actually 2 years ago, the 2018 budget we presented to City Council, just to show you the format that we used to present at that time. It's got the the budget submitted, estimated incomes, cashing the accounts, and some other statements at the bottom. And I didn't personally submit the budget for last year, so I don't have 2019, but that's the format we plan to use this year for submitting that. The other part, the color-coded ones, if you'll take a look at that, that's what we're using for calculating our budget, proposed budget for 2020. The two left-hand columns, pink columns, you've got the 2018 budget, and then the amount actually spent in 2018. Same thing in the next two columns in blue there for 2019. The only difference is the 2019 is just first 6 months. obviously. And then the far right column, the proposed 2020 budget. A couple of anomalous numbers that I circled right here under workman's comp in the second to the left column, actual spent 2018. That $2,608 figure was given to us by the city clerk treasurer, but it can't be right. It's impossible that our workman's comp could be that much. In fact, it never has been. So, but I circled that because it's anomalous. Also anomalous under there is in the same column under professional services, $52,600. A lot of those figures, a lot of that money was for should be in our day-to-day operating expenses, but for Tribbitt's fees for the other work he does on our expansion. So those two figures, to kind of look at those with a skewed eye, I put them down there because that's the figures that the city clerk treasurer gave us. But the far right column is what are my figures that I'm proposing. They're subject to change, subject to your approval. We can up or down any of these figures, but each and every line item was given thought. Sometimes you gave some thought that you always wanted to make, even if it's 5 or 8% higher than what we might anticipate, make sure we able to cover our expenses. But the bottom line, the far right, we had $76,730 is our proposed budget, or this proposed budget. But again, each of those line items are subject to change depending on your thoughts right here. But I'm presenting this as what I propose for the budget for 2020. We can certainly discuss any of those line items or clarify any of those things for you there. One thing you may see different, down at the insurance side, we had the last 2 years budgeted $18,000 per year for those, and it's in each of those 2 years it was 81, 86. So insurance is kind of a wild card. Sometimes it'll come back in another year where it's quite a bit this way. I budgeted 10.9 instead of 18,000 because it's closer to what we'd actually use for insurance. So that's been adjusted. If you want to take a moment to review that, this is we're to present the budget. And again, once we come up with the final figures, I would put it in this format again, and then present that to the city council.
Looks good to me. As we know, we can't foresee everything in the future that's coming down, but this should take care of the things that we do know about that are coming about.
You'll see a few items on there, specifically repairs and maintenance and machinery and equipment, where we've underspent our budget for several years. But as you know, it would take nothing to spend that amount if we had a happening or a door repair or something happening, or a roof or something. So I think we need to keep those dollar figures in our budget in case we need them.
Well, as you stated, it's a proposed budget,
Yes.
and you can guess all day what it might actually be,
Sure.
but it looks in order to me.
I'll make a motion to well, somebody has to make a motion to approve. A motion to approve.
I'll move to approve the proposed budget.
Second.
Yes.
All those in favor, let's do a roll call vote on Judy.
John Dooley,
Yes.
Don Whipple,
Yes.
Horace Reese,
Yes.
Bill Ornstein.
Yes.
Okay. Next on the agenda, Mr. Shaffer again.
Yes. This evening, we only have a couple items here. I've got your grant quarterly reports for AIP 12 and AIP 13, both just for your grant files. It's just a status update required by the auditor, so I'll give those to put in your grant file. And then we have a partial pay request to get you the federal and state money coming back on AIP 13. This is partial pay request number 4. It's for a total amount of $5,400 Fed, $300 state, and then your share of this is $300. The total of this is $6,000, and these are for project administration expenses associated with the project.
How much was the
The Fed is,
share?
yeah, the Fed is $5,400,
Okay.
state is $300, and local $300.
Gotcha.
So we would look for a motion to approve that. If it's the board, I can answer any questions on it.
I move we approve to pay partial pay request number 4 on AOP 13.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And I won't repeat all the Aviation Indiana meetings. They're the same as we read last month there. The Crawfordsville meeting went pretty well. It was hot, but good attendance, and we all learned something about municipal-owned and operated FBO services, which was pretty interesting topics.
I have a question for Paul.
Sure.
Are there any other airports in the same process that we're in right now of expanding?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's 68 federally funded airports in the state.
In the state?
In the state, there are 68,
Wow.
68 of them.
How many are under expansion?
Well, that's hard. I don't
Well,
represent all of them. We
okay.
represent 18 of the 68.
Is it? Okay.
And we have, of those 18, I think we have 3 others besides yourself. So 4 of the 18 would be having some kind of runway expansion or improvement projects. Not all of them are a new runway like yours. 2 of them are lengthening, and one other is a widening and an intersection improvement. So, yeah, I can't speak towards the others. I know of at least 2 other runway extensions. I think yours is the only brand new runway in the state.
I heard a comment the other day, Paul, that why does Greensburg have to be the only airport in the world that has to have a new runway? No, I don't believe this, you know.
Yeah. Well, we have built some new runways, and for communities similar. We completed Randolph County, which is Winchester. That was a brand new, similar size runway, very, very comparable to yours, where it was a new runway built on a new alignment because they couldn't extend on the current alignment that they were on. And that one was a pretty neat one because it had the distinction of being the first runway in the entire country that had LED runway lights on it. LED, light emitting diode lights, which is a big energy savings. So it cut their utility bills roughly 90%. So their electric bill is 10% of what it was prior to that, and the runway's bigger. We anticipate similar here on yours.
And the last one.
Yes.
And Salem's got a new runway.
Salem has a brand new runway, but it's not commissioned yet. So it's 3,000 feet. Yep, and that's one of our projects too. If it's 3,000 feet, they had some obstruction issues. They had to clear out of the way before they could use the new facility. There was a big cell phone tower. The cell phone tower is now on the ground. We expect that runway to open by the end of the year. Yep. So there's several of them.
Mr. Shaffer?
Well, we still have the 1 D2 hangars available. As was mentioned a little bit ago, we got a new load of jet fuel in the other day, and I went ahead and got that in because I've got 2 calls recently from out-of-state crop dusters who said they're going to be working in this area and they want to get their fuel from our airport. So that come out to a lot of extra fuel sales this year that we wouldn't normally have. So Other than that, I don't have anything new.
Jerry, with that empty hangar, how many, we have what, 35 aircraft based or
We have 39 aircraft based here.
39? Okay.
Okay.
Why did that become empty?
The guy, I've got to think what precluded all this. The guy sold his airplane, left town. This particular hangar got empty because the guy who sold his airplane had a hangar with an electric door, and the guy who was in this hangar wanted to go to the hangar with an electric door. So, but that's
Well,
That's-
why didn't we do that?
because the guy sold his airplane. It's the reason we got a hangar. So, okay.
Okay, next, the approval of bills. We've got 3 dockets. Number 1 is for $6,000 for payment to Butler, Fairman, and Seifert.
Nah.
Okay. Do you have a motion to approve it?
That's the one we just, the partial payment we just voted on, so.
And do I have a second?
I made the motion.
Oh, well, I'll second it.
Okay. Roll call vote, Judy?
John Dooley,
Yes.
Don Whipple,
Yes.
Bill Artis,
Yes.
Lori Reese.
Yes.
Okay, the second docket is $23,396.83. And it's got various things in it from the AAA striping, $19,000 for Jet A fuel, repair and maintenance for Crossman Fire and Casualty, Premier Ag, Assured Partners Capital Incorporated. That's an insurance thing,
And workman's comp.
and workman's comp. Well, that is an insurance thing, that'd be.
Yeah.
And that's for a total of $23,396.83. $23,396.83.
Yeah. 19 of that's jet fuel.
19 if you get fuel. Have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, have a second? Roll call vote again, Judy, please.
Who was the second? John Dooley,
Yes.
Don Whipple,
Yes.
Boris Reese,
Yes.
Bill Artis.
Yes. And docket 3 is for $2,444.74. And it's a reminder that we had approved these at our last meeting, and there's 3 added to it. One of his AE Boyce was $262 for the checks for Jackson County Bank. Premier Ag, $81, and Greensburg Tool, $86, but the other ones we actually approved at our last meeting, so they'd be sure to get paid. Do I have a motion to approve? Second?
Second.
Okay, roll call again, Judy.
John Dooley,
Yes.
Don Whipple,
Yes.
Boris Reese,
Yes.
Bill Artis.
Yes. Okay. Any comments from the board or the audience? I do have one. I passed out to you fellows the policy from the comprehensive plan from the county, so you'll know what the county's feelings are on our thing. There's been some discussion and questions about it, but that's what they are. If no other discussion, I will accept a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Meeting